This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Gonna throw right side here, complete. He got 29 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hey. 4 down. All right, here we go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Quick pass play there on the slant. Charles, works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
They come up in an offset eye. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Second down now after the incompletion. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
Now let's go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Can't find anyone open. Going right side here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And his kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Detroit defense, we get set to watch them go. And last time out, they gave up 3. But with this deficit, how important here is it to not give up any points?
And they're at a point now where they can't allow any thoughts of any points to enter their mind. They gave up 3 last time. That felt okay. They can't settle for okay now. They have to stop them here. 0 points given up.
Yeah, they need to stop, get the ball back to the offense. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
A win for the defense, but he's been winning all game long. Finally, they get one for themselves, but overall, a good day for the ball carrier.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
He'll look to throw. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Second down now after the pass completion. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
7 yards remain now on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. He's been terrific so far. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. So much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Another pistol look here.
Here we go. Blue, line it.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Surveying the field. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Here we go. Over.
And they give this time to the tailback. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop him short of a 1st down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give him a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you. Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ballgame.
Looking to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And now a 1st down following that long gain. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
Throwing right, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And there, the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Now they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on 3rd down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And these numbers showing up on the screen, that's why he's their star. They kept him down for a little bit, couldn't keep him down for a full 4 quarters.
But what they were hoping for was a half of a game. And if they could have shut it down at the half, they had done their job. But as you mentioned, a full 4 quarters, and the best, they always feel like they're one run away from changing the momentum or breaking something big, and we're starting to see that here in the second half.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice gain.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 3 down. 3 down. Hurry up.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Their dangerous wide receiver. 53 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him. Let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up. It's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. You're watching the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. 8 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So here come the Lions now. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. First down, he'll drop to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know that ball security's preached like crazy, but every now and then you've got to know when to get rid of the football and save a little bit of yardage if you're a quarterback.
Because now if you're the offensive coordinator, what does it do if it was 3rd and 10 versus 3rd and much longer as it is now?
Yeah, it changes everything in terms of play calling and the pressure you might expect to face on the very next down. Had to throw the ball away and save the yardage. He didn't get it done.
The gun now on 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And his kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. Fresh set of downs here. Now they'll run it on the toss. Uses the stiff arm. 10 yards on the pickup there. And the Saints are going to get a first down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Then they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
How about the timing on that one, where they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Shreds the tackle, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll come out in the pistol. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
But that certainly felt like an example of the defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game, they want to keep it going.
So they're back at the 7 now for third and goal.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one there. It's his third field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here we go. 3, 9.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Fielded at the 20. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So we've got a 2nd and 5.
Green, 39.
They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. to throw now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw again. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get him to 4th down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Finding time. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And they're going to speed things up here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Now a desperation throw deep downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. The offense is in total control right now. And while they don't want to be in anything close to a hurry-up, they want to make sure they do things with discipline now. Get to the line of scrimmage, line up correctly, take time off the clock, snap the ball late in the play clock, and run the game out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Good night, everybody.